Another throwing, but I didn't see it. Let's throw again. Perfect throwing, guys. Perfect. That throwing was my best. I love throwing books. But mostly at my brother's, because they're just so naughty. So let's go and read this book with chapter 2 of it. Chapter 5, Monkey Business. Mistress called my name. Junie B, would you like to go next? She asked. But I jumped right up and I ran speedy fast to the front of the room. Guess what? I said, very excited. Last night my mother had a baby, and it's the boy kind. Mistress clapped her hands. Junie B told her a new little brother, everyone, she said. Isn't that wonderful? Then all room 9 clapped too. Yes, only you haven't even heard the bestest part yet, I said very loud. Because what? Guess what else? He's a monkey. That what else? My new brother's real alive baby monkey. Mistress got a funny look on her face, and she squinted her eyes really tiny, and so maybe she didn't hear me or something, I think. I said, I've got a monkey brother. I shot real louder. Then that mean Jim jumped right up from his desk and he hollered, Liar, liar, pants on fire. No, we're not fire, you big fat Jim, I said. I do have a monkey brother. You can ask my Grandma Miller if you don't believe me. Actually, he's not a monkey. Mistress raised her eyebrows way high on her head. Your brother told you that your brother is a monkey? She asked me. Yes, I said. She told me has long fingers and long toes. And got lots of black fur all over himself. After that, Mistress kept on looking and looking at me. Then she said it was time for me to sit down. Yeah, only I'm not done telling the children about my monkey brother yet, I explained. Because guess what else? His wallpaper had pictures of young girlfriends on it, and his bed has bars on the sides. But I'm going to teach him not to bite or kill people. Then this boy named Ricardo, who has cute freckles on his face, said, Monkeys are cool to me. Then, I know we're cool, Ricardo, I said. And guess what else? Maybe I can bring him to school on pet day. Then Ricardo smiled at me, and so he might be my boyfriend, I think. Just be a friend, not be a boyfriend, and then going to be kissing each other. Ugh! I scared there's a boy in room 8 who already loves me. What? Stop putting in my head some love stories. Go away, love stories. Just then, Mr. stood up and pointed at me. That's enough, Junie B, she said. I want you to sit down now, and you and I will talk about this monkey business later. And so that made me giggle, because monkey business is a funny word, I think. But I waved goodbye to my new boyfriend, Ricardo. Can you stop? Can it be stopping? Can't it be stopped? I hate love stories. I don't like, okay? I don't like love stories, okay? And I skipped back to my seat. Chapter 6, Bestest Friends. Recess is my best subject. I learned it my first week at school. Recess is when you go outside and you run off your steam. Then, when you come in, you can sit still better, and you don't have any ants in your pants. At recess, me and Lucille and that Grace play horses together. I'm Brownie. Lucy is Blackie, and that Grace is Yellowy. I'm Brownie. Do you mean a kind of bread? I hollered as soon as I got outside. I don't want to play horses today, said Lucille. I want to know some more about your monkey brother. Me too, said Zach Grace. When Lucille pushed Zach Grace out of the way, and she whispered a secret in my ear. If you let me be the first one to see him, I'll let you wear my new locket. What a locket? I only know a pocket, not a locket, she said. Yeah, only guess what, Lucille? I said. I don't even know that dumb locket. So when Lucille showed me her locket, it was a little gold heart on a chain. Gold heart on a chain? Do you mean a necklace or a bracelet? Isn't that beauteous? She said. My Nana gave it to me for my birthday. When she opened up the little heart, and there was a little bitty picture inside of that thing. Hey, there's a teeny head in here, I said, very excited. I know, said Lucille. That's my Nana. See her? Do you know what is a Nana? It's another word for grandmother. I squinted very hard at that little picture. Your Nana is a shrimp pie, Lucille, I said. After that, Lucille closed her locket, and she gave it to me. Now I'm your best friend, right, Junie B? She said, so I can be the first one to see your monkey brother. Just then, Zach Grace stomped her foot very hard. No, you cannot, Lucille, she hollered. I'm her bestest friend, 'cause me and her ride the bus together, and so I get to see her monkey brother first. Right, Junie B? Right? I made my shoulders go up and down. I don't know, Grace, I said, 'cause Lucille just gave me this locket with a teensy Nana. And so that means she gets to go first, I think. That Grace stomped her foot again. She made a mad face at me. Pooey, she said. As that for first when I got a great idea. Hey, guess what, Grace? I said, very excited. Since Lucille gave me something beautiful, now you can give me something beautiful too. And so that would be very fair of me, think. Then that Grace started smiling, and she took off her sparkly new ring. Ooh, sparkly. Always remember, sparkly is mine. I really like sparklies. Here, she said. I got out of cereal this morning. See how shiny the stone is? That's because it's a real genuine fake plastic diamond. Then she put on some breath on it, and she shined it on her sleeve for me. Ooh, I said. I love this thing, Grace. I know, she said. So now I get to see your monkey brother first, right, Junie B? Right? After that, I have to think a little bit. Yeah, only here's in trouble, Grace, I said. Now I have one thing from you and one thing from Lucille, and so it's a tie. Then Lucille quick took off her red sweater with a Scooty dog on it, and she tied it around my waist. Here, she said, now I've given you two things, and so I'm still the winner. Oh, no, you're not, hollered that Grace, because I'm gonna give Junie B my snack ticket for today, and so she can have my cookie and milk. Excellent idea, Grace, I said. Then me and her did a high five. Ooh, a snack ticket. Yum, yum. Oh, yeah, said Lucille. Well, I'm going to give her my snack ticket too, and so I'm still a winner. After that, Grace looked all over herself. But that's not fair, she said, because I don't have anything else to give her. So I looked all over her too, and so I jumped up and down again. Clothes, shoes, socks, everything. Bracelet, hair clip, or rubber bands or anything else, glasses, blah blah blah. Loads. Yes, you do, Grace, I said. You do too have something else to give me, and her name is your pink high tops. That Grace stared at her feet. She looked very sad. Yeah, only this is the first time I ever wore these, she said real quiet. So I patted her so she would feel better. I know, Grace, I explained nicely, but if you don't give them to me, then you won't be able to see my monkey brother. So she would go with her bare feet when she go home, I think. You won't be able to see my monkey brother. And so then me and that Grace sat down on the grass as she took off her new pink shoes and she gave them to me. Thank you, Grace, I said politely when I stood up. Okay, turn, I said to Lucille. Only bad to me, 'cause that's when the stupid bell rang. Chapter 7, Some School Words. I wore my brand new things back to room 9. They looked very beautiful on me, except that my new pink high top were too big, and my feet were very sliding down in the air. Before I sat down, I looked at Lucille's red chair. Then I tapped on her. I'm sorry, Lucille, I said, but red is my favorite color, and so I would like that chair of yours, I think. Lucille looked very upset at me. But red is my favorite color too, Junie B. I patted her. I know, Lucille, I said nicely. You must give it to me. It's the rules. Is Junie B just bragging so she could get the thing she liked? That's bad. And so she did. So I'm the winner for sure, aren't I? She asked. I made my shoulders go up and down. I don't know, Lucille, I said. That Grace said she might have some cash in her purse. After that, Misters passed out construction paper, and we cut out autumn leaves for a bulletin board. Autumn is the school word for fall. We sprinkled our leaves in shiny glitter. Also, I sprinkled glitter in my hair, and I pasted some of it to my eyebrows. When Misters confiscated my shiny glitter jar. Confiscate is the school word for yank out of my hand. Just then, Mr. Scotsman knocked on a door and came into the room with our milk and cookies. Hooray, hooray for Mr. Gutsman! I shouted at her. Guess what, Mr. Gutsman? I get 3 snacks today. See, I have 3 snack tickets. Misters walked over to my chair. She stared down at me. How did you get 2 extra tickets, Junie B? She asked. Did you find them on the playground? She took my 2 extra tickets away, and she held them high in the air. Did anyone lose their snack tickets today? She asked of the class. No, I hollered. Those are my tickets. Lucille and Grace gave them to me. Mistress raised her eyebrows. Lucille, did you give Junie B your snack ticket today? She asked. Yes, said Lucille. That's because she made me. No, I did not, dumb Lucille, I said. I did not make you. Mistress said, be quiet to me. I folded her arms. She folded her arms. Grace, did you give your snack ticket to Junie B too? Then that Grace started to cry because she thought she was in trouble. Mistress tapped her foot. Please come get your snack tickets, Grace, she said. And so that Grace walked to my table in just her socks. And Mistress made squinty eyes at her feet. Where are your shoes, Grace? She asked. That's when a big fat baby Grace started to cry harder, and she pointed at her shoes. Mistress peeped under my table. Junie B. Jones! She hollered. Why are you wearing Grace shoes? Mr. Sound dangerous. Because, I said, kind of scared. Because why? said Mr. Because it's the rules, I explained. When Mr. bent it down very close to my ear. What rules? Well, rules for who gets to be the first one to see my monkey brother, I said. Mr. rolled her eye way back at her head. Put your own shoes back on and come with me, young lady, she said, and then she and her walked into the hall together and she me tell her what. Okay, gonna check. Okie doke. I need to do that faster. Happened on the playground. After that, I had to give Lucille back the rocket and sweater with a Scooty dog on it. And I had to give Grace back the real Junie fake ring from the cereal. Then Mistress wrote a note, and she said for me to take it to the office. The office is where the boss of the school lives. His name is Principal. Yes, but I don't think I would like to go down there today, I said, or else my mother might get mad at me. Mistress tapped her foot. Then she took hold of my hand. Let's go, young lady. March, she said. And so then me and her marched to the office. March is the school word for pulled me way too fast. Me and Principal. The school office is a scary place. It had loud ringing phones and a typing lady who is a stranger, and a row of chairs where bad kids sit. Mistress plopped me into a blue one. Wait here, she said. Yeah, only I'm not bad, I whispered to just myself. No, she is bad, because she is in trouble. Yeah, Missy, I said to her. Then I put my sweater on my head so nobody could see me in the bad kid chair. After that, I peeked down on my long sweater sleeve and I saw Mistress out of my handhole. This is quite weird. She was knocking to the Principal door. When she went in there, and my heart felt very pumpy, because she was a tattletale thing for me, I think. After a while, she came out again. Principal came with her. Principal had a baldy head which looked like rubber. What? Also, he had big hands and heavy shoes and a suit made out of black. Can I see you in the office for a minute? Junie B? She asked. And so then I had to go there all by myself. I sat in a big wood chair, and Principal made me take my sweater off my head. And so what is all about? He said. Why do you think your teacher brought you down here today? Because, I said very quiet. Because why? Said Mr. Principal. Because that Grace shot off her big fat mouth, I explained. Principal folded his arm, and he saved me to start at the beginning, and so I did. First, I told him about how I spent the night at my grandpa's house. We had delicious waffles for breakfast, I said, and I have 5 of them. Only my grandpa didn't know where I put them all. I guess I put them way in there. Here. Then I opened my mouth and showed Principal where my waffles went. After that, I told him how my grandma Miller came home from the hospital, and she told me have a monkey brother, for really and honest and truly. And so when I told the children, I show and tell. I said, and at recess, Lucille and that Grace started giving me lots of pretty stuff, because they wanted to be first to see him. It's got too bad for me, I said, because when we came inside, Mistress found out about the snack tickets, and then that dumb Grace shot out her big fat mouth about her shoes. as I got marched down here, and I had to sit at a bad kid's chair. Then I smoothed my skirt. The end, I said nicely. The principal rubbed his head that looked like rubber. Junie B, maybe we should go back to when your grandmother came home from the hospital, he said. Can you remember exactly what she said about your brother being a monkey? I scrunched my eyes real tight to remember. Yes, I said. Grandma Miller said he was the cutest little monkey she ever saw. Then Percival closes his eyes. Ah, he said kind of quiet, like this. Ah. Now I get it. After that, he smiled a little bit. You see, Junie B, when your grandmother called your brother a little monkey, she doesn't mean he was a real little monkey. She just meant he was, well, cute. I know he's cute, I said. That's because all monkeys are cute. Except for I don't like the big kind that can kill you. Principal shook his head. No, Junie B, that's not what I mean. I mean your brother isn't really a monkey at all. He's just a little baby boy. I made a frowny face. No, he's not a little baby boy, I told him. He's a real, alive baby monkey with black, hairy fur and long fingers and toes. You can ask my Grandma Miller if you don't believe me. And so guess what Principal did then? He called her, that's what. He called Grandma Miller right up on the phone. And then he talked to her. And then I talked to her too. Hey, Grandma, I said very shouty. Guess what just happened down here? Principal said my baby brother is a real alive monkey. Or he is. 'Cause you told me that, remember? He said he was a monkey, for real and honest and truly. Then Grandmother Miller said she was very sorry, but she didn't mean he was a real monkey. She just meant he was cute, just like Principal explained to me. And so I felt very droopy inside. Yeah, only what about all this black hair and his long fingers and toes, I said. And what about his bed that looked like a cage and the wallpaper with a jungle friends on it? With Grandma Miller kept on saying that my new brother was just a regular cute baby. And so finally I didn't want to talk to her anymore. And I hung up the phone. And I bended my head way down. And my eyes got a little bit wet up in them. Darn it, I said very quiet. After that, Principal gave me a tissue. And he said, I'm sorry to me. And he held my hands. And me and him walked back to room 9. Pigs and duck and stuff. Principal went into room 9 with me, and he clapped his giant hands together. Boys and girls, may I please have your attention, he said. I would like to explain what thing happened during the show and tell today. It's about Junie B. Jones and her new baby brother. Just then that Jim I hate jumped right up out of his chair. He's not a monkey, is he? He shouted very loud. I knew it. I knew he wasn't a monkey. You made a big fist at him. I made a big fist at him. How would you like this up your nose, you big dumb Jim? I hollered. Then Principal frowned at me, and so I smiled. I hate that guy. I said nicely. After that, Principal took a big breath. Boys and girls, there's a good reason why Junie B told you that her baby brother was a monkey. He said. Yeah, it was only Grandma Miller's fault, I interrupted, because she told me that my brother was a little monkey. Only she didn't mean he was a real little monkey. She just meant he was cute. Only who the heck knew was that dumb thing? Principal made another frown at me. Then he talked some more. You see, boys and girls, he said, sometimes adults say things can be very confusing to children. Like what if you heard me talking about Lucky Duck? You might think I was talking about a real live duck, but a lucky duck just mean a lucky person. Right, said Misters. And when we called someone a buzzy bee, we don't mean he's a real bee. We just mean he's a hard worker. Hey, I just found another one, I said, very excited. A dumb bunny isn't real a live bunny either. It's just a plain old dumb guy. Then my friend Lucille raised her hand. I've got one too, she said. Sometimes my Nana calls my daddy a couch potato. Only he's not a real potato, he's just a lazy bum. Yeah, and I'm not a big pig, said my new boyfriend Ricardo. But my mom said I like to eat one. I eat like one. After that, my whole bunch of our kids, they eat like big pigs too. Only a boy named Donald Trump said he eats like a horse. Then crybaby Williams eats like a bird. Just then it was time for me to bow to Rain, and so me and Principal said bye-bye to each other. And I went to my seat. Then I gave Lucille back her red chair. She was very nice to me. I'm sorry that your brother isn't a real monkey, Junie B, she said. Thank you, Lucille, I said. I'm sorry that your daddy isn't a real potato, too. After that, the bell rang for us to go home, and me and Lucille and Jack Grace held hands. We walked outside together. Only a very wonderful thing happened. It's called, I heard my mother's voice. Junie B, over here, honey. Daddy and I are over here. When I looked in the parking lot, I saw her, so I ran to her speedy quick. And then me and my mother hugged and hugged, because we didn't see her for a very whole day. Cool, I didn't see my mother for a whole day. That's mean. She cannot punish me. Or holler to me real loud. I don't like that very much. When my daddy got out of the car, and he had a little yellow blanket in his arms, and guess what that thing? My new baby brother, that's what. He was very teeny. Oh, look at this baby Ollie. So cute. And pinkish. As Gappy heard had a lot of black hair on it. I touched it. It felt like fuzzy. Just then Ricardo walked by and he saw my teeny brother. Cool hair, he said. I smiled very big. I know, Ricardo, I said, and guess what else? He doesn't smell like PU. After that, I got in the car, and I told Mother about Lucille's locket, and she said maybe I could get a locket too. I could put my brother's teeny head in there. Yes, and I would also like some pink high tops, please, I said very polite. Maybe, said Mother. Oh boy, I said, 'cause maybe doesn't mean no. That's why. And so I lifted up a blanket and I peeped at my baby brother one more time. What do you think of him, Junie B, said Mother. I smiled very big. I think he's the cutest little monkey I ever saw, I said. And Mother laughed. I laughed too. Then it's all. The next book we're gonna read is I didn't see really well. The Big Fat Mouth. I think so. So bye-bye, guys. Bye-bye.